Okay, we've got the timing chain, the camshaft sprocket, and the intermediate sprocket and pinion. And what we've got one. I'm trying to do this sort of like past the camera, which is difficult. But we've got one punch mark on the camshaft sprocket, which I've put Tipp-Ex on. Then we've got a punch mark on the toothed face of the intermediate sprocket, which again I've Tipp-Exed. And then we have a punch mark on the actual pinion part of the sprocket, which I've Tipp-Exed, and I've also Tipp-Exed the teeth either side, because when this goes on here, then it goes, those teeth, oh blimey, can't see, those teeth go either side of the punch mark here, so that tooth will be in the middle, and these two teeth, when I get the camera sorted, back again, and these two teeth will go either side of that tooth on the sprocket. Then these two marks here, they will align with the chain, and what we want is we want 10 pins between those two marks, so, or a roller, so I always say pins, so that's these. Okay, you don't say links because that's very confusing. It's actually the pins. So I'll put this on roughly. Right, there, and I've put the Tipp-Ex on. And as you can see, it's already useful because otherwise the punch mark would have disappeared underneath the chain, which is awkward. Right, let's count through what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By pure kind of luck, I happen to have I put it on roughly, but it's right. So let's check again. There's the mark. 1 pin, 2 pin, 3 pin, 4 pin, 5 pin, 6 pin, 7 pin, 8 pin, 9 pin, 10 pin mark. So that is the timing set on that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put them on the engine. We're going to align these two marks with the crankshaft pinion. We're going to obviously align the cutaway with the woodruff key on the camshaft, and that's based. And then we've already aligned these two, these marks with 10 pins of chain, and so that's it. Okay, going to put the sprocket, cam chain and sprockets in place. I'm working round the camera, so it's a bit awkward for me, but we'll do what we can. So what I've done is I've moved the camshaft. You probably can't see it, but the woodruff key is now in roughly the right position for where the cutaway is when the intermediate marks here are in line with the crankshaft pinion. I'm saying it is worth using some Tipp-Ex because you can see it. The marks on the bottom pinion here, on the intermediate pinion, they disappear. You can't see them past the chain unless you've got Tipp-Ex, and that mark moves, etc. So I do find it useful to use Tipp-Ex. Try and get this on, and the woodruff key in roughly the right place. I'm looking at the bottom. I don't know if you can see this. Just there we go. That's aligned. I think we've got it. It went on because we had the keyway on the camshaft in the right place. Let me just have a look because it's difficult with the light on it. But yeah, so we've got the punch mark in between those two teeth, and then we're just going to check that the sprockets haven't slipped. That's easy to do on the chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's still 10 rollers between, or pins between the two marks, so that's right, and that's right. So that is now the valve timing set. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. And then I think I've already made a mistake. Oh, marvellous. Because of course I haven't put the adjuster on. And I think I'm right in saying that I can't get the adjuster on past the chain. No. So I'm going to take it off again, fit the adjuster first loosely, then put the timing. You see, I knew straight away there was something wrong. Why? Because it went on so easily. Now, it's my understanding, that I've learned over the years that if something goes on very, very easily, the engines, they're like that. They're clever. If it goes on easy, hang on, you're a bit suspicious. You get suspicious. Why does that go on so easily? You know that there's something wrong somewhere if it goes on too easily. Right, so back to where we were. Okay, as we were. So now time to fit the tensioner first. So I bought a new tensioner because the other one was just showing had a few chips and that out of it. So only cheap. And of course we're fitting a new cam chain. So err on the side of caution. Excuse me. Might as well fit a new pad, a new tensioner. Then you've got the two plates that go either side. You've got there's a thin plate on the right and a thick plate here on the left. The thin plate goes on the inside, then the tensioner, then the thick plate. Now the thing about these is they're drilled slightly off centre, so there's one end that's sort of taller than the other. If you look, that's a sort of narrow end, that's the high end. And the same with this. The thing about this one is that when you fit them, they go different ways up. So the inner one has the longer end at the bottom. Now, if you look at the wear marks on this plate, it was obviously fitted upside down because obviously the wear marks correspond to where the tensioner was. Now that's the long end. Now the long end on the inner plate goes on the down. And then the tensioner, then the long plate on the outside, the thick one, goes with the long side up. So, it's a sort of lesson for us that you don't necessarily put something back the way it was when it came off, because of course a previous owner, whatever, might have put it on incorrectly. So it's a good guide to put things back where they were, but it's not always right, because obviously this has been fitted incorrectly. Yeah. So we've got inner plate, long side down, note to previous owner or previous engine builder, then the adjuster, then the outer plate, long side up, and then the two nuts, and they've got spring washer on them. I forget these spring washers have a certain name. These sort of crimped ones. There we go. So I'm just going to put them on loosely. It may be an idea to consider fitting new crimped washers, and in fact I'm probably going to do that now. So just hang on a minute, because basically if I don't, I know someone's going to write in and say, oh, you shouldn't have done that. That's the trouble with making a video. You can't get away with anything, if you know what I mean. So to be honest, they're fine, those crimp washers, but I'm going to replace them. I know I've got some spares somewhere. So I'll get some new crimp washers and fit those. Right, we now have the two new sort of sprung washers, these star washers. Can't think of the right name for them. But they're a washer, designed obviously to stop the nuts coming loose. Okay, so just do those up finger tight and leave the adjuster fully off. Right. Now we put the timing chain back on again, exactly as before. Line these two up with that one there, and line the hole in the sprocket up with the woodruff key on the camshaft. And let's hope it goes on as easily as it did the first time. Is it going on easily? Is it heck? Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Turn the camshaft around a bit. Come on. Come on. There we go. Phew. Good. Good. Right, double check again. The light is difficult to tell, but yeah, making sure that those 3 marks are lined up. That one in the middle of the other 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pins between these 2 marks, and there we are. Okay, good.